I was traveling in the end of November, December. I went to Vietnam. I went to the Philippines. I was meeting up with leaders there from people who were already in it for a long time in Waas, and they said to me, "This was really amazing that you came, David, because normally we see you on Zoom. You do a lot of work, and of course we trust you, and you work with us and you help us. But when you really come to us to visit us in our where we live, to sit and eat and drink with us, I was really welcomed by Melissa and Franco and Freddie and the people there, Douglas. We were very welcomed, me and the CEO Chavez in Vietnam. That was really amazing what we had experienced there, how professional, how big it is already in Vietnam. And that gave me a lot of information about how to build this business. And I was listening to people, and the majority what I heard is that people are getting, they lose the big picture. They didn't see, the question what I always got is, when can I sell my BTCC? When is the exchange coming? When is the bridge working? How can I earn TRC20? When can I swap my USDT to TRC20? And I was looking at it, and at one time you become, how you say it, more experienced in the business. And actually, there were some people in my team. They were doing the swapping with BTCC. And now we're getting educated in unicorn companies, how does it work? What is a unicorn company? And then I was looking at it and I was like, if projects on the market like Koi, if projects like cryptocurrency like Solana, Binance, if cryptocurrencies like, other cryptocurrencies on the market, if they need 1, 2, 3 years, 4 years as a unicorn to develop, to build, why would the BTCC be ready in 1 year or in 3 months? No, we are also a unicorn. So it takes at least several years to build the eco. So what will happen? We have now 996 days left until the halving. 21 million BTCCs, 50% will be mined in 4 years' time. And you can see already 15.9% is already mined. That will go to 50%. And then what will happen? We go from 50 BTCCs per 10 minutes to 25 BTCCs per 10 minutes. The halving will come. And you cannot become wealthy by selling BTCCs. You cannot become wealthy by selling houses. I mean, you can make money, you can earn money by selling houses, but you have passive income if you can buy a house and rent it out. And people pay monthly rent to you. Then you get more money and you buy another house. And you make more money and you buy another house. But all these houses are built on the ground, on the soil. So what did Robert Kiyosaki say? 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. But the most important thing is that you own the ground where the houses are built on. Because otherwise, you still have not real assets. So our BTCC is the ground where everything is built on. Every project will come. If Boomerang 2.0 comes back, it will be built on the blockchain. It will become deployed, and it will do an ICO, and it will be a coin, a token on the blockchain. In the last few days, I saw a lot of people selling their BTCCs for crap, for so little money. And I was like, why are they doing that? Not that they want to do it, but because they are not educated in the crypto. Me and Douglas, we owned a lot of Bitcoins, hundreds. We owned a lot of Ethereums. But because we needed money for our own company, we sold them. And the price went down. You know, Douglas, 3,000. It went all the way back to 3,000. And we were thinking by selling the Bitcoins that we could invest that in the company and that we became rich. No. It was better for us to work for 3-4 years at McDonald's, flipping hamburgers, doing delivery package for DHL, and to hold on to our Bitcoins. But we did not do that in 2017, 18, 19, 20. And when almost everything was finished, we had to look for another opportunity. And the same mistake I see happening by people who are selling BTCCs. And that is why I'm saying, if you know that this 21 million, that in 996 days, and tomorrow in 995 days, and the day after in 994 days, that will become 10,500,000 BTCC. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 10,500,000 BTCCs will be mined by the people who connect the miner to the node. If you have miners and you not connect them to the node, you do not get anything. If you look at this number, and the price now is $153. Let's say the price will not increase. So we only do this times $153. That's a market of $1.6 trillion. Because you see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a $1.6 trillion. So we are not in a business from $50 miner. We are in a business from $1.6 trillion. And if this goes to $300, then we are in a business from more than $3 trillion. Not 1.5, but 3. So where do you start? And we had one of the ladies here on the Zoom. She swapped the money from Boomerang. She just swapped her USDT to BTCC. And because of doing that, she made like 8 BTCCs. Just by swapping the USDT to BTCC. She earned like 8 BTCCs. Yeah. Then the BTCC price went up. You can see it here on the dep. Yeah, you can see it here on the days. Let me do this like this. And you can see here that you have sometimes a spike. It goes up and then it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. Sometimes it really push up, $173. So if you sell on the high and you buy back on the low, you can increase. And that's what she did. So she harvested, sorry, she exchanged to BTCC. She had 8 BTCC, she sells on the high, buys back on the low. Then she went to almost having 10 BTCC. The price went up, then she sold again, and then she bought B-Fuel. She harvested the previous mined, previous mined BTCCs in the wallet. She harvested, and then she had 17 BTCCs. She sold again on the high and she bought back on the low. Then she went to 22 BTCCs. And now, I do not exactly, but the last time I talked to her, she had 27 BTCCs. And she started with the refund from Boomerang. So if you have refund from Boomerang and you really need the money, do what she is doing. If you have 50 BTCCs or 5 BTCCs and you can sell on the high, buy back on the low, sell on the high, and you can follow this trend, you just look here what's happening and you can just follow it here. Most of the time 1 o'clock here on this web page. You can see it here. But if you can do it and you can just triple your amount, let's say you have 5 BTCCs and you can do it times 3, then you have 15 BTCCs. Then you can sell 5 BTCCs and you will still have 10 BTCCs left. The best is not to sell, because again, you will never become wealthy by selling BTCCs. You will become wealthy by rooting your BTCCs in a liquidity pool. And this is where you build wealth, because you can put in, you have to connect the wallet. You can put in wrap Bitcoin, I have to do wrap Bitcoin to BTCC. Because you can here let your money work. You can let your wrap Bitcoin or BTCC grow. This is where you grow your maximum, where you max out your money. This is where you let your money work for you. And even if the Bitcoin goes up or the BTCC goes up, I still have them. I can always terminate this liquidity. I can always stop this liquidity. Because I'm not selling it. I'm putting it at work. It's like I'm not selling the house, what I put for rent. I let the house work. People pay the rent. I do the maintenance to the house so I can rent it out every month, every year for the next couple of years. And then I can give my portfolio to my kids and they can continue it. That's how you build legacy. If I sell my BTCCs, I'm not building anything. So why am I so happy to show you this? Because we have now $78 million in USDT in the chain. We have 275 wrapped Bitcoins. And if you look at the numbers at this moment, I do not know what Bitcoin is, but yesterday, let's say the Bitcoin is 100,000. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
93 now, David.
How much?
93.
93?
Yeah, it dropped from 100. 100
Oh, wow. It's a good buy moment, Douglas.
Yeah.
So 93,000. Come on. 1, 2, 3 times 275 is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is 25 million. You see? Plus 78, 7, 4, 3, 4, 6, 8. I think I did shared by. I'm doing it again. 2, 7, 5 times 93,000. And I have to do plus 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 4, 6, 8. Then we talk about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have more than $104 million in the chain. Even if people do not understand it, even if you have doubts, if you have doubts, even after I explain what we have in the chain, what the opportunity is, that it's very normal that we work for 1, 2, 3, 4 years to build a unicorn, to invest money and time, and we are actually here attracting people who are buying products. Why this works? If till now you still do not believe, then I urge you, just open the blockchain here. You see scan.bitcoin.technology. Go to the blocks and just watch for 5 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Just watch here. Because this is running since 2023. When we activated this on the 3rd of October 2023, this started running. And since that, every 3 seconds a block is created and a block is on the chain. Because you see all these blocks are connected. And this is what we call the blockchain. We had people who called me after, not so long ago, a few months ago, and they said, I talked to some people and they told me that this is not real. I said, but did you look at the blockchain? They said, what? I said, did you look? I sent them the link. I say, here you have the link. Go. I send it now to you here. Let me see. Everyone in meeting. This will run with or without me or with or without you. If you do something or not, this will happen. These blocks are created. These Bitcoin BTCCs are mined. With or without you, with or without me, with or without Douglas or whoever. Even if Chavez would run away, this would still keep on running because it's on the blockchain. And that is what we have to thrive here. Look what we have in our hands. You can have all the products, but if you do not have BTCCs, you lost. And in the future, I can now see in the swap app, I see people buying and selling BTCCs for $25, $30, even sometimes cheaper, because they do not understand the industry. They do not understand this business. So what can you do with BTCC? A lot of people ask me, what can I do with the BTCC? You can buy with BTCC wrap Bitcoin. Because if you can convert your BTCCs to your wrap Bitcoin to BTCC, you can also reverse it. So this is what I'm going to explain. If you go to the swap and you select BTCC and you select wrap Bitcoin, you can buy one wrap Bitcoin on this moment for 684.3 BTCC. So you can purchase, you can convert your BTCCs in wrap Bitcoin. And the wrap Bitcoin is equal to the Bitcoin. When you have a wrap Bitcoin, you can go to the pool and you can add it into the liquidity and let it work for you. Wrap Bitcoin against BTCC. So now, when the wrap Bitcoin goes up, you profit. When the BTCC goes up, you profit, because you have on this moment to fulfill, the liquidity run wrap Bitcoin, you need 677.6 BTCCs to activate this liquidity. And you will earn 0.69% of every transaction. What will be done on wrap Bitcoin BTCC? This is letting your money work for you. And you can just flip it around. You can just swap it around. You can become a BTCC maximalist by simple habits, repeating every day. If you eat a hamburger every day, then it should be normal that you get in 20-25 years a heart attack. If you go to the gym one time in the month and you go the whole day in the gym, you feel pumped up, you're going the whole day you're in the gym, you have for 3-4 days muscle pain. But if you go every day for 15 minutes to the gym, you do some racking and stretching and you do some things, after 30 days, you have a better flexible body. If you do every day a little bit, you make a habit from it. What do the most people do? In one day, they call 100 people. They cannot explain it. And then everybody says, I don't believe it. That's what the most people do. But to come every day to the Zoom, to educate yourself, to come to the trainings on Saturday, or Sunday, the Sunday training from Rashid, to go to the support training, to learn about support, to give support if you have knowledge, to get involved, to put yourself here on the Zoom to do a presentation, to look where people are having difficulties and giving them a solution, because maybe you are good in explaining this also. And your people are waiting that you step up, that you start presenting, that you start, doing, because then they will follow. Douglas, do you have anything to add?
That's a good question, David. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we make mistakes, in the past with selling too early, try to go back in a normal business. Yes, so yeah. I hope you can learn from the mistake we have made and don't make the same mistake, because this is Bitcoin 0.2, the new start. Yes, so if you missed out in 2009, because most people missed it out, maybe in 2012 they heard about it because the Bitcoin was so high, and now we are building something new, a new ecosystem, because the world is changing, and yeah, a lot of things will happen in the world. So you better be prepared for the new thing that's coming. And if we build together all a total new ecosystem, we will be independent and not be shocked what will happen in the world, because bank will disappear. So crypto will be the next, gold, silver, crypto, lands, houses. That's what you need. So we try to educate you here to do a different. Don't make your own mistake, learn from the mistake from others, and don't do it again.
Yeah.
That's what I
yeah. Thank you, Douglas. And the more miners you have now, because now you get the most BTCCs every 10 minutes, 50 BTCCs are shared, 7,200 BTCCs are shared every day on the people who connected their miner. So, I think this is, on this moment, the best opportunity what we have here